Gate Boss of Minions, Graphics Rogue here, and I'm here with another online replay for you. It's an interesting one where I play as Parthis, and my enemy is playing as Carthage. It's the same guys I played in the first battle, and I play him again in a third battle. So he was a pretty good opponent, Joel Babette. So yeah, let's check it out. And here we are, on the plains of I don't know where. And as you see, go forth my mighty Parthian army. My enemy is nice and backed up to a nice mountain over here. My army consists mostly of Eastern slingers. Yeah, just all Eastern slingers. About 3 Parthian horse archers, some noble blood cavalry, and some Eastern cataphracts, some royal cataphracts, and some elephants, and some Eastern spearmen I'll use as a shield, as a screen or a meat shield, whenever I need them to protect my archers or back up cavalry engagements, because this is mostly going to be a cavalry fight. As you see, I'm already starting to send out my horse archers to the flanks to just kind of harass him here. And my enemy is nice and backed up to this nice mountain here. He's got mostly African pikemen and mostly Balearic slingers, Carthaginian hoplites. He's got 1 elephant. He's got some Libyan infantry. They're going out to the flanks to help protect the flanks. But one big downside, he has no cavalry. So he's going to have to just completely rely on his pikes to deal with the horses and of course his elephants, and he's starting to send them charging at my missile units to try to get them off. I set my horse archers on fire mode to try to break up these elephants here. He sends his elephants straight ahead to try to break up my missile units, and I try to send an Eastern spearman to try to scare him off, which wouldn't have worked, but it did work. He killed a lot of my horse archers here by throwing spears at him from his infantry, which is not good. I should have been paying a little more attention to that. But I see that this Libyan infantry has gone off alone, so I decided to charge him with my elephant, but then I decided not to, which is probably because he had a mercenary Balearic slinger nearby and I wanted to pull him back. Starting to pepper his guys, almost flanking his guys with my flanking horse archer unit over here, but I wasn't paying attention to them, and they just got wrecked by his Balearic slingers, and they got routed. So, but I was able to pull this one back before he got knocked out by those slingers. So yeah, this Balearic slinger is starting to chase down this Parthian hoplite. And as you can see, the name of the game in this battle is not to engage. I am letting my enemy make the movements because I want him to make the movements. I'm sending ahead my Eastern slingers to be my front rank here, because I don't plan on fighting them. If they ever get too close, which they're trying to do here now, I'm just going to pull them back. Unfortunately, he seems to routed my Parthian horse archers here, but one of his Balearic slingers is all alone. He decided to go and chase my horse archers, which made them completely alone and unbacked up, so I can send one of my noble blood cavalry to just knock out his Balearic slingers there. And he's killed a lot of my Eastern slingers over here with some of his slingers, but I still have plenty more. I way outnumber him when it comes to slingers, so I'm backing up my main line here, drawing them further and further in. But here I completely caught him off guard, one of his Carthaginian hoplites. They were alone, so I decided to just surround him and smash this hoplite with all the cavalry I had on this flank here. But they are holding out. They are tough. And I noticed this mercenary Balearic slinger was all alone, so I decided to smash him with my royal cataphracts, because he was slaughtering my horse archer right here. Seems like these guys have come back. But the Sacred Band here has come to try to help out these Balearic Slingers. Not doing too much good right now. I'm not sure if I noticed they were there or not. I might have been trying to get more kills on the Balearic Slingers or just not noticed. Yeah, I'm starting to pull back. And I'm aiming my Parthian horse archers on him right there. And with all the things happening in the battle, he charged at one of my slingers, but I stopped him with my Eastern Spearman screen. That's basically what they're here for, to protect my slingers. And they're once more trying to attack some of my slingers, but I gotta stop them from doing that. I noticed one of these units were alone here, so I attacked them with my elephants, but I don't think I noticed that the unit was a pikeman. So the pikeman is just wrecking up my elephant. That is unfortunate. They're sending back some guys. Libyan infantry just keep trying to chase this noble Carthaginian, this noble blood cavalry. They keep trying to chase them there. And my elephants are getting massacred, because I must have just not noticed he was a African pikeman. I noticed they're alone and that I can get to them quick, so I decided to charge them with my Eastern cataphracts and knock out these 2 units of Eastern slingers. 2 units knocked the fuck out in one felt swoop. He tries to bring in his Carthaginian hoplites to help, but too late. But it's right here, right before this guy wavers, I decided to make a smashing charge against this Libyan infantry, and I just tear him apart here with a delicious smash. I had to abandon my attack here because they went into square formation, and I was just losing more soldiers than I was killing from him, so I had to pull my cavalry out of that engagement. And there's so much happening all over the battlefield. Like my micro wasn't so great here, so he got caught up in here again, and he keeps getting caught up by some of these guys. So I keep missing critical areas, and my guys keep getting caught up here and there. But I must have at some point noticed I was attacking pikemen, so I pulled them off. Decided to attack these hoplites, but they are in square formation, so they're not dying so easily. And they're continually trying to attack my noble blood cavalry, but I noticed that and decided to make a smashing charge in the back. And I put on the trample ability here, so these Libyan infantry will rout pretty quickly. I smashed them hard from the back, and I routed their infantry over here. My cavalry units have devastated their infantry in the center, and they keep trying to chase after my missile units. And with all their infantry chasing after my missile units and chasing after my horse archers and horsemen that I'm paying attention to, it's just tiring them out. Look at that. They're all pretty much exhausted. And a lot of my guys are not that tired. I just keep pulling them back and letting these idiots tire themselves out. And I've got a few elephants left. And they're still trying to support by attacking with these pikemen. This needs to be changed. This is the one thing they put a no collision thing into. They can't put the no collision code into the soldiers, but they can put it into the dead elephants. This is where they need to just walk through it. They walk through rocks. Why can't they just walk through the dead elephant? It's just stupid. Anyway, I get caught up here. I'm not sure if I was paying attention or if I was trying to help out the Eastern Spearmen. Probably not paying attention. Or I was probably trying to hold them up. Yep, so I can get a smashing charge in the back of these Carthaginian hoplites. My Eastern Spearmen are starting to break. Their morale isn't very good. They're just a meat shield unit. They're not very good at doing anything, but I send my elephants into the fray because I know these Sacred Band are holding out a long time. They're kicking a lot of ass. And I know I need to get these guys out of the fight immediately. But, and of course they're still trying to rout, they're still starting to rout my Eastern Spearmen. They're sending the rest of their infantry over to this clusterfuck over here to try to help out. One of them decides to break off and try to help him. I smashed into the back of his Carthaginian hoplites pretty bad. They are devastated. And their units are dwindling. I still have Eastern slingers. There's not much my enemy can do. This guy came back from routing, I guess. And he's trying to send his African pikemen, whatever he has left, into this clusterfuck to try to salvage the day, but this unit's already broken. I'm starting to pull back these cav units here. I don't want them to get totally wrecked up yet. I still have some ammo from my slingers, so I'm still using them to just batter down what left is the remnants of his once mighty Carthaginian army.
Advance at speed! Charge! Loose! Red Raiders advance!
As you can see, that my mighty cataphracts, Eastern cataphracts, they oversee the carnage of the battle. And I want to give a final charge onto some of these guys, just a mop up at this point. And so the last of his African pikemen are starting to rout. His sacred band is gone. His African pikeman is routed, and I have gained a costly victory. Victory for Parthia. I was not very good in the beginning of using Parthian factions, either in the campaign or in the online battles, but I think I have sort of figured out the intricacies of horse factions. I was terrible at horse factions before, but I think I'm getting a lot better at them. Win some, lose some, but I'm starting to lose less and win more. And I think I figured out a pretty good strategy into using horse factions, from what I figured out by playing and from what I've seen on the other YouTube channels. So keep your horse archers on the flanks and don't engage in melee. Try to hit them on the flanks of your enemy units at all times. Keep a large number of missile units. Always back them up. Your main goal as a horse faction is not to engage in a front-on melee attack. Front-on melee attack, these guys will win, even without horses. But these guys, they should have had some horses to try to break up some of my Eastern slingers. They should have had a few cavalry. But they still could have pulled it off if they had kept close together and not sent individual units in individual different areas for my cavalry to come around and just surround them and smash them. Which, in another video, I actually show my opponent just what you're supposed to do when countering a horse faction. And I'll be showing that video up probably next time. And next time is exactly where I will see you. Probably. I'm your graphics rogue, and I will see you sometime that is not now. Peace.